Okay, good morning everyone, and it has been a long way since we met up, but today I hope we are going to proceed and without wasting our time, guys. So you know that we are based on our strategy. We always start from the higher time frame to the lowest time frame. I hope you remember that. And our introduction, we always start with the daily time frame, either or weekly. So but according to our strategy, so our introduction will start with the nature theory. I hope you all remember that, what is the nature theory and how does it work. So let us try to remember a little bit about the nature theory. All right, so on the nature theory we discussed about the two things. The first one was about impulsive phase, and the second we discussed about the correction phase. All right, so when we are talking about the impulsive phase, we always talking about the candlestick with a high momentum, as well as when we are talking about the correction phase, so we are talking about the consideration phase. So other people, they usually call it ranging market. All right, so this is our introduction, and so without wasting our time, let us start to analyze it. So we always start from the daily time frame or weekly. So today we shall start with daily time frame. So on this daily time frame, we can see that we are having impulsive move, then correction, impulsive to the downside. So you remember that when we are talking about impulsive, we are looking for the candles with a higher momentum, and when we are talking about the correction phase, we are talking about the ranging market or consideration phase. All right, so let us see this. So now I'm going to take my trend line. I'm going to take my trend line here. I will start to draw it from this point up to this point. All right, so it will be like this. So you see, it is the impulsive phase, then correction, impulsive to the downside. So we know that from according to this nature, so we shall be looking on selling opportunities, right? So let us go to 4-hour time frame. So on this 4-hour time frame, make sure you zoom in and out. Just make sure you zoom in and out so that you can see the clear picture, and make sure you tweak your trend lines as I do here. All right, so you see, make sure you tweak your trend lines like this. Yeah, so after tweaking your trend line, just make sure you zoom in and out so that you can see the good picture. All right, as you can see here on the board. So here again, we are going to deal with the current price, as I have told you before. So you see here, from this point, we had this impulsive move to the downside, then continuation. It is a bearish flag, boom to the downside. So this it was the flag. All right, we know that when we are talking about flags, we have two kinds of flags. We have bullish flag and bearish flag. I hope you remember that. Okay, all right, let us proceed, guys. I hope we are together now. Make sure you zoom in now so that your trend lines, when you draw your trend lines, you, you can see them in a good way, right? Like this. Okay, and I'm going to clone this trend line so it will be like this. So you see, now we had this bearish flag to the downside. Yeah, make sure you tweak your trend lines. so that you can see the good picture. All right, so you see now from this point we had this kind of impulsive move, then a correction, impulsive to the downside. So this was the bearish flag. So we know that after the impulsive move, price managed to break impulsively out of this channel, big channel. Then it went just up a little bit. Now it's starting to correct to go downside. So whereby when we add this bearish flag, all right. So let us do this. Let us go to 1 hour time frame without wasting our time so that we can see the good picture. And remember, we always tweak our trend lines. Make sure you tweak your trend line like this. So you see, yeah, tweak your trend line like this. Again here like this. So you see, all right. So now we are having the good picture of this. So you see, after the bearish flag, now after heading this bearish flag, then price managed to break impulsively to the downside, small correction, then boom up to the starting point. So our first entry, if we were taking this entry, it would be here. So you see, our first entry, this is the first entry, then the second entry could have be here. So you see, first entry, then the second entry. All right, so let us do this now without wasting our time. Remember that just focus with the current price. All right, so now without wasting our time, I'm going to take again my trend lines. So see, trend line like this, I will press it here from the starting point. And remember this, guys, when you are trying to draw this trend line, make sure you are starting from this week. All right, this week. Yeah, then tweak your trend line like this. I'm going to crown this. So you see, so it will be like this. Again, now after identifying the first entry here around this price, so this was our first entry, then the second entry, it is here now. So now we are going to look for the second entry. All right, so our second entry will be here, around here. Again, if you are looking good, if you see it in a good way, this current price, let us go to 30-minute time frame. So on this 30-minute time frame, guys, what are we going to do? As usual, just make sure you tweak your trend lines like this way. Again, here, up there, like this way. So you see, easy. Just make sure you keep it simple and clear. Okay, so our first entry now, sorry, the second entry could have to be here. Second entry, then the third entry will be here. So this is how we capitalize. Just make sure you can capitalize a single trade and you can make a lot of money. So you don't have to deal with the other pairs so that you can lose focus. Just make sure you focus with a single trade either or single setup so that you can be consistent and profitable. Make sure you remember this, guys. All right, so now what are we going to do? We are going to start this price again. So I'm going to crown this here, this. Easy. Just to make sure you keep it simple and clear. And don't forget to subscribe there, and make sure you click that like button and leave your comment there. Anything, just make sure you leave the comment so that we can improve either or. And don't forget to join our Telegram channel so that you will be the first one to get the setups and other information, so essential information, so it will be easy for you to focus So let us proceed, guys. So now I'm going to clone again this trend line, and I'm going to draw it from this point up to this point. All right, just make sure you keep it simple and clear. You don't have to focus with a lot of indicators. Just make sure you focus like this with a single trade. So now let us go to 15 minutes time frame. So on this 15-minute time frame, guys, what are we going to do here? Again, you see, we are going to tweak our trend lines. Just make sure you tweak your trend line. Make sure that you keep it simple and clear. As long as I have told you before, make sure you focus with the current price. Just deal with the current price. You see, it is a bearish flag. Again, now you're having this another bearish flag, so someone can take this trade maybe. So but this, it will be the risk entry. So as you remember that I have told you before, we always have two kind of entries, which is risk entry, maybe like this one, risk entry, then reduce the risk entry. So reduce the risk entry is a kind of entry we take when we have got a lot of confirmation, like this way. So I will show you here. So say when I'm saying about a lot of confirmation, so this price managed to break this impulsively, you see, impulsive to the downside. Then now price is trying to correct so that it can continue to the more further to the downside. So this, it was our first entry, which is a risk entry, and the second one will be our reduce the risk entry, since we have got a lot of confirmation to take in or to get in within this trading. All right, so now without wasting our time, guys, without wasting our time, I would love to make sure that you leave the comment there below, and you join the Telegram channel, so that you'll be the first one to get the setup and the other information. Make sure you click the like button and leave your comment. So I hope this, now you are 10 steps ahead from others. So make sure you subscribe and leave your comment. I can't wait to see you guys. I wish you all the best. More videos are coming. And if you missed about the nature theory, you can, I hope the video about the nature theory, you can go and watch it, so that you can improve your trading career. I wish you all the best, guys. I can't wait to see you. All the best.